Okay. Fine, we have another GMMK Pro, and this time we have the black slate. Yes, we have black slate, and it has 83 key. For real? I don't know. At least the last time I tried to modding, it only needs how many keys? 82. Yeah, so I don't know what happened here. Let's see, maybe I just forget about how many keys I really need. Okay, so this is new box. I'm just unboxing this one first. And this is the keyboard I modded last weekend. Tried to add all the platform and case form for the Beer 65 prototype. And I think that turns out really good. I think it's one of my favorite sounding boards right now. Okay, let's check out what's inside our keyboard. So we have the keyboard itself, we have a cable which I don't really need to use for this stream. I have cable. We have a crappy Keycaps puller that I don't think you should use that. Then we have a is that a key switch puller? If you don't have that, you can use it, but I would recommend getting some $4 ones. And the finally one is the extra gasket, and I probably will use them because the last time I'm modding one GMMK Pro, I find it's definitely useful to replace the bad gasket to the right one. Okay, so we get this keyboard. Okay, let's move the box out to see. Yeah, I think to be honest, I like the black better than the silver last time. Just because of the black anode looks fine. And this is the bottom. And the surface is actually pretty smooth. It comes with the fit bump on already installed. And we have the black knob. I also find it's probably better to have the black knob with black keyboard. And yeah, so in comparison, we have the E7. It's also a black 75% key. Okay, anyway, I don't have all the key switches, keycaps installed, but you can definitely take a look on the anode. They are pretty different. I think anode on E7 is kind of like matte finish, while the GMMK Pro is more on the flashy side. So I'm not sure if it's like the E-coating, but it feels to me like a little bit like E-coating more than the anode. Okay, cool. So this is the keyboard itself, and we have the switches, which is the U4 Boba, and I think client sent me 75, so we need additional switches, which I happen to have some extras. So they should be the same, the Boba U4. And I have different color, but I think that's fine, just because we have the same spring weight. And I will see where do I put all those extras, and to make it looks nice. So how many extras do I have? Yeah, I think I have 10 extras. So in total we have 85 switches. Now it's ready for us to modding this one. So ideally we don't really use the stock stabilizers, even they are come pre-lubed. The last time I tried, they're pretty bad. And additionally, we want to potentially remove standoffs if possible, because they are kind of like make the whole keyboard really stiff. But I don't know, like sometimes it's hard to say because it's like aluminum plate anyway, and we have all the plate form, case form underneath. So in total, it already make it stiff. So last time I tried, it's stiff. So maybe I don't need to remove the standoff this time. I just need to get the stabilizers out and modding that. That's probably the most important part. Okay, let's try to take the screws out. And the problem I have is I don't have the battery charged for my screwdriver, so I have to manually remove them. And one more thing, I probably want to remove the knob. Yeah, actually, do we want to test the PCB first? Well, I probably don't need to remove the knob. Yeah, let's see if the keyboard even works well. Okay, I don't know why I get caught, but looks like it could be spam. Like, who will call you at this time? What did I say? Oh yeah, just like unscrew the case. Yeah, I'm supposed to build another keyboard tonight. I got the... Actually, I don't even remember how to spell that. Basically, it's the Bake 60% from Canon Key. But once again, USPS delayed my shipment, so I don't really get that keyboard. And I have to just like build this keyboard for the client that I hold that for maybe a week now. Yeah, I spent some time to loop the switches. Oh, I remember what I want to do. I want to test the PCB. You know, it's really easy to forget about things. Okay, at least the LED light works. Yeah, let me see if I can go to... Yeah, we don't have like we recognize that, but potentially we can test that. Can we really test? Okay, I think this is a hard thing to test. Probably easier to, you know, like put a switch inside, then click it. Yeah, that's probably easier, but then you have to just like install the whole keyboard to test. It's not worse because this is a hot swap PCB anyway. So ideally you probably can test it right after you assemble that. So I will just like wait for that. Hey cat moo, have a good night here. I'm building this glorious GMMK Pro. I have no idea how many more GMMK Pro I will build, but I think people like to get this one because it's a 75% with knob. But people also don't have all the experience of modding a GMMK Pro, and they definitely see some like streamers review on that, and they mention maybe you want to swap them out for different stabilizers, and maybe you want to do different switches with like looped switches. So all in all, getting me to modding this keyboard sounds like a reasonable decision for a person who got GMMK Pro. And the only thing I cannot really provide is upgrade the software because I don't really have Windows. So I will probably rely on the client to know how to upgrade the keyboard. But I don't think it will be so hard. Okay, cool. So let's see how can we get the bottom case out. And remember we have the daughter board, so you don't want to do that so with like brute force. So you want to kind of like slightly lift the case. Yeah, that's something you want to make sure and do in a way that you can uninstall the daughter board. Yeah. Cool. Let's see how is the condition for this keyboard. Yeah, I think we had pretty much similar condition like last time. We have some pretty bad condition on the stabilizers. No, sorry, not stabilizers. The gasket. Yeah. So let's examine the top case. I don't think we have any problem on the top case because the gasket was so shallow. Like it's really hard to mess up with that, right? And the next thing is the bottom case. So the bottom case, the longer ones are fine. And the shorter ones, we have kind of two were scuffed that we probably want to have a replacement. Yeah, let's take the existing one out. And remove the residue. Yeah, I feel like I'm not doing keyboard modding for GMMK most of the time. It's more like keyboard QC, trying to find the bad part of the keyboard and just make it working again. But I don't think even like by replacing the gasket, this part will result in any improved experience. It's more like you want to make sure your gasket doesn't compress unevenly. So let's see how that works out. Yeah, also the gasket pack, it's hard to get out without scuff that, so that's another thing. Yeah, the lucky thing is we only need kind of half of that. So we just paste on this position and cut that. Same for the other side. Yeah, hopefully I can get my Big 60 on Wednesday, so I can still streaming that. Cool, so let's finish on this part. And now we can start doing the stabilizers. Okay, a lot of screws, so that's actually not something really interesting to do. It's basically unscrew everything so you can take the stabilizers out. Yeah, I feel like if they want people to mod, they probably want to make it easier, but maybe they don't want people to modding that. But they should provide a better stabilizers. Okay. So this is the side screw. Okay, I indeed received a voice message. Okay, that's from PG&E. Yeah, that's fine. They will have helicopter around for the next few weeks. Yeah, it might affect my stream because I'm working in the garage, so any helicopter sound will pass through. So this is more for you guys, not for me. And as of this keyboard, it will be built with U4 Boba switches, which is a silent tactile. That means it won't generate too much sound, so we probably don't have a sound test at the end. And I think in general what we want is to test how mute the board can be. Okay, cool. So we got the plate out and also the diffuser. Yeah, let's just keep this way so we can assemble that back. And the next thing is we want to unscrew the stabilizers. Yeah, it's interesting, the screws are different color for the silver version and the black version, so they match the case color. I don't even know if that matters though. Actually, I probably don't want to match them together because I may need to send back this to the client. Yeah, let me just put somewhere. Actually, I think I should kind of skip some of the stream schedule next week because I probably will have the Piggy stream around the time that we schedule, unless I can kind of avoid doing that. Yeah, first I need to wait until all the shipping text sent through, like the tracking. I don't even receive that, and streaming doesn't really receive that. So hard to know when that would happen. So do people find lavender switches scratchy? I don't think that's something I really find, but I feel like we had some discussion in Prime KB. So I have no idea. Yeah, also I'm getting some Matrix keyboards soon-ish. I was like, that's finally some, I won't say popular, but some classic keyboard that people always mention about, but I have no idea what they are. Finally I can have a taste of that. Okay, so stabilizers. I also find it interesting, like the screws are always equal amount of the stabilizers, housing and stem. So they never give less than needed or give more than needed. So it feels like really precision calculation around how many screws they need to put in the back. But also worries me about like if I miss one screws, well, it has problem. And sometimes you have like screws getting stuck in the housing. That may increase the problem because you may not know that and just like flip that over and get everything lost. Yeah, I feel like I had some low energy at this time. Maybe I should finish this one ASAP so I can get back to sleep. Okay, one more. Stuck in the housing. So 8 screws, that's fine. Eight housings, 8 stem, 4 wire. Okay. 205G0 for the housing. And where is my Yeah, if you are modding a GMMK Pro, I think getting to know what Krytox 205G0 is important, because that's something you will need for your switches and also the stabilizers. So potentially you can use Krytox 205G0 for any switches and any stabilizers on any parts, but you really need to know how to apply, like how thin the layer on each one. So for the stabilized housing and stem, I usually go a little bit like heavy, because it's not big deal to get a little bit more lube on the stabilizers. I usually never like over lube on stabilizers. Then regarding the wire of the stabilizers, I get definitely much more. Then the next thing is the switch. So for linear switch, definitely try to get a good thin layer of coating for the 205G0, so you don't end up not like you don't end up overloading. But for tactile switches, if you have really super tactile switch like Holy Panda or T1 or Zilio, you probably want to do the thin coating layer for the stems and not for the legs, because that will reduce the tactility. Hi, welcome to my channel. No, welcome to the stream. This is not YouTube. But yeah, I'm pretty chill here to just modding this GMMK Pro again. I mean, not the same one, but just modding another GMMK Pro. And this time it's the black version. Very different than last time. So last time it's called white, but it's definitely a silver version. But this time it's black, and I would say it's a black unit. So not very different than what they advertised this time. So if you were looking for a 75% with knob and you want the black one, yeah, this is probably a good one to look at. Yeah, I know. Tonight is the most boring one. The other ones, I'm pretty excited. There's several new builds. I don't know about the display ones because I think I probably will just do off stream. It's just too much work that I feel like I want to concentrate. So many doubts to solder, and it definitely become a boring and long stream. I feel like I see some streamers stream that kind of build before. It just turned to like, you know, 3 hour, 4 hour stream, and sometimes you don't really get finished on the display ones. So maybe I will not do that. I will probably just replace that with a beer 65%, which is what client sent me today, that I will receive tomorrow because he's in San Francisco. One part of me is like hate receiving other people's beer earlier than mine, but the other part is like I'm glad this person is not flipping the bear. Instead, he's trying to get it built, and he tried to get it built by me. The only thing is like, I don't know, it's a PC unit, so maybe I will scratch, and I don't really want doing that, but also I don't know if it's inevitable. And if I open up and see scratchness, I don't know if it's done by the client or I have to report to Jackie. So it's a dilemma. Yeah, previously I can just say talk to your designer, talk to your vendor, but now this time it's us directly. Yeah, I'm just afraid of like getting that scratch during my building process. So I guess I will just try to touch it as less as possible and finally build that and put in the case, do the typing test, put back into the box and call it a day. So not trying to, you know, like try too much things on it because I have one as well. But the other thing I can do is just build that as is, and if I really scratch it, I have my unit that I can give it to them. So I have a replacement unit right away. Yeah, I probably just keep it in the box. Okay, did you get the pads already? Because apparently I need to get that as well. I think my polycarbonate wrist thread got scratched as well. I just don't want to take time to fix them. And now I definitely have the reason to do that. Yeah, I think if I have a replacement unit right here, I can just assume like I'm building for them using my case. So anything I end up not doing well, it's on my own case. So not end of the world, because I know how to take care. I can always do that later. Oh, I need to charge my laptop. Hope my laptop is not dying. Okay, nice. Stabilizers. Yeah, I hope this will be a quick stream, since I'm basically knowing what to do and not having another dessert time like last time. Yeah, last time the dessert was so good, definitely distract a lot. But this time I just finished dinner, we don't really want to eat anything more. So a pretty chill stream, just modding a GMMK Pro. And also it's a U4 Boba switches, so nothing too crazy to hear the sound test. Just like right, put in there and cut it down. Actually, I wonder if my PC unit will come this week, because if it didn't come, that means the unit to Mintley or even to Andy will not come this week as well. So we may not look at positively on the stream schedule, because I definitely want to make sure the streamer knows when that will arrive so they can schedule one. Yeah, that will be so painful if they are not arriving in time, because that means there will be stream after the group buy time. So I think what we can do, similar to any other keyboard group buy I've ever seen before, when the streamer cannot make it, either extend the group buy time, not extend until the streamer finish, maybe just like make sure we have dedicated unit number allocated after the stream finish, so we can make sure people have reservation can still order that, so people don't like impulse buy the stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. Like they have yeah, I think we can potentially do that, but I don't know how many streamers we have lost. But I'm for sure like Whitecat will not make it. So Whitecat will definitely have a video coming out after the group buy time. So potentially we need to plan for that anyway. Yeah, I'm not worried about like streamers streaming. So potentially if we have no streamers streaming that before the group buy, we still need to run group buy, then maybe let's just like, I don't know. It's hard to say, like you have no prototype and you run group buy, maybe we need to delay that. But yeah, if there's any single one streamer streaming that, we can definitely do the group buy, but still reserve some units. So maybe we can just like do based on the percentage. I don't know, it's really hard. I think DHL should be quick enough, but I just surprised to see it's not sending my text message yet. Yeah, Jackie has all the proto up, and if we can have one streamer, that should mitigate the concern from people if they ever have. But Jackie also had tons of other boards already. That's another good thing. It's not like you have a designer who never did any boards. Yeah, I'm just concerned about like not getting streamers streaming them, then straight into group buy, and number is not looking good. And then when streamer finished the streaming, we open up again, people just thought it's not actually a good board because nobody buys it. So for the second time, nobody still buy it. But at the end of the day, Jackie is not sending streamers for only advertising. He's actually sending the board to them to get feedback and verify the design, make sure nothing goes off. So when production started, it can go with the design file that Jackie sent to the factory. Yeah, I think at least one is needed, so we will see who get the most potential to do that. And I think when I mentioned to other streamers, they were like they want to help on Jackie on doing this build, so they probably will put some priority. The only thing is like they don't receive that, they cannot really claim or commit doing that. Yeah, I wish if Jackie told them this is not perfect, he can set lower expectation for that. But I don't think he will tell them because that means something not very confident. But yeah, you know, it's prototype, people understand. There are other worst prototype in the world. Ideally, yes. So from Jackie telling you like the proto unit, not proto unit, from actually the biggest question is how long does it take to receive it? And I have no idea, right? Okay, now the question is how do we place this diffuser part? Okay, maybe this side, because we have the diffuser on the bottom. So that feels like the slot to move into. Okay, I probably just slide them in last. Yeah, it's quite confusing, the orientation to do that. Okay, let me screw in this first. Yeah, if they are on the plane already, or if they are sent out with a tracking number, they should receive by this week. But the thing is, like, I cannot just tell them go schedule the end of the week with the piggy unit prototype stream. It will be so aggressive. Like, what if they didn't receive that? Because I already tell them like the schedule time, the schedule GB time, and everything else. So it's a little bit frustrated for us to tell them multiple times, like when it's ready to stream, and let them confirm. So that's definitely something we want to make sure we have final shot, rather than keep telling them commit doing that ASAP. But yeah, at least Jackie decided to delay the group by time for a bit. Original time is kind of like just end of this week, and there's no way streamer can meet that. Now I'm just praying that all the streamers don't have big schedule, big prototype that need to build for next week, so we can potentially get everything scheduled Okay, now I know how much frustration you can go with running a group by. But do you think there's any like big prototype that streamers expected to build recently? So I feel like after recent Salvation, Jelly Epoch, I don't really see a lot of keyboard getting built by streamer or scheduled to be built by streamer. At least not from famous designer or anything that people hyped about. So I think, yeah, at the end of the day, they still need to build keyboard fit for their client. And they don't want to delay the client's schedule as well. So not going to just like jeopardize their own reputation by telling them like just doing the prototype stream. But yeah, at least it's better than knowing hyped keyboard getting built by them. Okay, we should consider this. Piggy is the next hyped one, or popular one that getting built by the streamers. So nobody else want to hijack this timeline because that will be risky for them. But now I have to announce that maybe so that if there are people trying to send prototype to them, they know Piggy is doing prototype stream soon. So better not fighting with Piggy. Yeah, I would say as long as I receive the DHL message or any single streamer received that, or maybe Jackie told me all the tracking number, it's fine to announce that. Because right now the biggest concern is I don't know how long is the backlog of Jackie's DHL agent sending those package to, I don't know what's the next step for DHL agents. I have no idea what agent is doing. Yeah, go ahead, send me that shoe. Okay, now I just see the message. I probably don't want to open that. Just kidding, I will check it out. Did you get that melt one? What? That's so sad. Is that because of, I mean, is that what the preview is doing? Okay, that's so painful to see. Okay, the first time I see so many artisans in one photo, that doesn't look like an artisan. Yeah, I know that. I actually entered the fulfillment cell from ArtKey, for their series, and I think they had a lot of failure rate, or maybe just like bad stem, and they have to destroy them all over again for like twice. Okay, let's test out some stabilizers key. Okay, we have 10, so maybe yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to test for a not holy, the U4 Boba switches on stabilizers key. I don't expect they generate sounds, right? At least they don't generate good sound because they are kind of muted. So I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure if the vibration comes from the screws not fully screwed in or whatsoever, but yeah, definitely some vibration around. I actually love the PAL switches, the artisans from Bobi a lot. I hope they make them real. Actually, I hope there's some way to utilize our bare poles, the smaller ones coming from like Baby, and hopefully they can be reused by some way, making them artisan keycaps. Like if they can be reused by some good, you know, like shell of keycaps, that will be awesome. Yeah, I wish they can be the new series. They are so cute and they go really well with the bear. Yeah, this is definitely a great theme to be in. Okay, I still find the screws are not fully, and I don't want to I don't know. Maybe I should wait until I assemble the case. Maybe that will be fun. Okay, time to try the spacebar as well. Yeah, if you're chasing for something that's not widely available, that will be so hard. Okay, why? Oh, I know why. So we have the R5. There's both version of like flat and also the non-flat version. Is the non-flat version R4? Yeah, I probably will try R5, the MT3. Yeah, I like the MT3 R5, which is basically similar to the SA R3, the flat at the bottom. Yeah, I actually like the MT3 Keycaps typing feeling a lot. I don't think the sound is super awesome though. So I think the choice of Holy, not Holy, again. The U4 Boba on this one makes sense. Yeah, MT3 Gasket is like much better than the GMK Gasket. I don't know, I just feel like the Gasket is supposed to be either SA or MT3. So I don't know, maybe one day I will try to treat my GMK Gasket with other keycaps. But there's so many GMK Gasket out there. Yeah, I think the theme of the Gasket really works well with like the the center big legend, the retro theme. So I agree that's something MT3 or SA is better. So I probably will catch on the SA Gasket extras. I think Drop is releasing them after they ship the SA Gasket, which is potentially in next few months. The last time I checked, they were still making the package. I don't even know SA Keycaps have package at all. You cancelled because you have the MT3? But yeah, they are delayed so long. April 5th, okay, yeah, so we will see some SA Gasket out there. Yeah, I actually like how they will make a box because right now my SA Oblivion yeah, I actually wish them not doing that because at the end of the day, people still trying to get JTK Keycaps tray no matter what. So getting some trays or box is probably wasting. But I don't think I should buy JTK trays for all my GMK because I have so many. But I feel like I definitely need one JTK max tray for my SA Oblivion because it's just so hard to organize the SA keycaps. Yeah, I have plenty GMK, I don't want to use JTK trays. But yeah, only for SA Oblivion, which I don't have any box, I think getting a tray makes sense. And I was in the JTK Night Sakura GB. I think they will send out JTK trays for that for free, which is super nice, but I probably will keep them in the tray anyway. So not likely reuse the tray for other sets. And that free tray will have the same colorway as the next Sakura. I think that's their big set to run. But JTK definitely delay a lot, similar to Cat. I just wish they can keep up with the quality and the cadence, because even now GMK has like more than a year delivery time anyway, so people probably will get used to that. Then they will start finding JTK is better, but JTK just didn't do a good job. Yeah, there's so huge opportunity for JTK to take over. but apparently they didn't utilize it. Okay, so the secret you're telling me, yes, I think I know. Somehow I help that connection happens, but I just don't know the detail later. I have no idea what will be shown to the world. I just know the start. Because apparently both share so many similar elements. I see no reason why they couldn't do that. Yeah, it would be so hard to make it perfect. Yeah, anything like in that case is not going to be very easy. So I will definitely see what will be my luck on that one. Yeah, luck is definitely something important in this hobby. Wow, I really like the MT3 photos you have. I know you are holding off sending them for now, right? So sending one by one every time. There's some other people's photo. Nice strategy. But yeah, the MT3 definitely feels much better, especially for, I really like, you know, those symbols that don't make sense. I don't understand them, but it just feels very special. Yeah, I like how people are already sending photos on that. But I know people from China group are also sending that, make other people jealous. But then the question is like, I already did so many photos, which makes probably a lot of people jealous as well, so. Now I know what people feels. Especially seeing all the PC units, while I didn't receive it yet. And the worst thing is I have no idea when that gets sent to me. But yeah, I don't really know what happened to the DHL agent. Okay, so we got this one kind of ready to spin off. You got text on Sunday? Okay, yeah, I hope I can get it in this, like, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, so we have the normal Boba U4, but we also have some, like, different color housing, which on the right side. So not sure if they will show differently because they have transparent housing. Maybe the RGB will be different. Yeah, it will be up to the client how to do that. Okay, cool. Finally, we can get back the case. Yeah, Jackie told me we should receive text message on Monday, but Monday already passed. At least for the China time. But I don't want to tell everyone they should expect seeing that on Monday. I don't want to give people any anticipation. Now I feel that because I know that's gonna happen, but it didn't happen yet. It's out from Jackie's hand, so there's nothing he can really do. Not like I can better do anything for him as well. Yeah, I don't know where is the part they have backed up, but apparently it's not 2-3 days anymore. It's more like you have to wait 2-3 days first. Then you can potentially have another 2-3 days from shipping to delivery. But yeah, once it started shipping, it definitely gets very fast. The only thing you really need to wait for is the arrangement first. Yeah, I hope they just don't do the USPS way of scanning out for delivery time. Because I don't want to sign the package. I want to get the text message, allow me to waive that signature. So I don't need to watch my door for the whole day when they do delivery. Yeah, definitely better than USPS. I'm supposed to build the Bake 60 from CK today. And that was actually original schedule. And because the USPS telling me they should arrive today. But now it says arriving late, but still the ETA is today by 9 PM, which it just passed. So there's no way they can deliver by that time. So arriving late. Actually, once it's arriving late, you have no idea how long it will take. Could be one day, could be several days. It's like in a limbo state. So I hate seeing arriving late. I'd rather have a new date coming up, because arriving late tomorrow, it will be no ETA at all. Okay, so for this keycaps set, we're going to just use the MT3 that client sent me. Easy job. I don't need to prepare my own keycap set. Hopefully everything will go smoothly. And actually I'm worried about my PC unit less than the streamer's piggy unit, because I'm fine with waiting for a few days, but I think any more days that streamer is waiting, it just like make the schedule really hard to manage. And I don't really get to talk to like Alex Sotos, so I have no idea whether he will be able to do next week or not. Yeah, I've been in contact with Apiary, Mintley, and Andy. So those three, I'm sure if I get any more information, I can talk to them. And for Whitecat and Alex Sotos, it's just hard to know whether they have time or not. But yeah, Whitecat definitely have a long backlog that he should work on, especially for the video making process. I think he just does so good job that I expect he'd spend longer time to make a good video. I'd rather he spend time to make a better video than rush to do it, because we definitely have a good coverage from the streamers. But we just need a good video that we can always put out and watch it. Yeah, they definitely talk to each other, and I hope they will schedule the group by, they will schedule stream around the group by time, because they are definitely reviewing the group by. Yeah, speaking of which, I probably need to send that group part review once again. I mean the piggy. Yeah, the biggest thing I want to achieve is the quality by White Cat, and then it's the flexible typing test from Apiary. And maybe the tactile switch testing from Minkley. And Andy can compare Piggy with his other keyboard that he recently reviewed, because he definitely had a lot of traffic nowadays. And lastly, Alex Sotos definitely have good audience base that are not same as other streamers, which I will feel this is a very unique keyboard that will attract more people than what we can reach out. I think it will be on Twitch. I think the YouTube one is probably something new he tried to test out. I just don't know if it will be a thing for most of the stream in the future. But yeah, I expect to see it from Twitch. But if he's really doing YouTube, I can still send the link. No problem. Yeah, I was like, I cannot really sell that before everything is public, but I know I can send to people without charging it, so that's probably easy to do. And how do you like the build guide for Bear in that channel? Shift. Yeah, hopefully that catch most people's question and also help the newcomers knowing what to look for. I really like Minter's video. That's definitely a great video to watch. Okay, I need to check out which keys for the default layout on GMMK Pro, so I get a good one started for okay, GMMK Pro layout. Okay, so it's alt function control. Wow, I guessed it right. Now the final keycaps. And lastly, the ones I have no idea. Some strange keycaps, maybe the home, and then what? Page up, page down, and end. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much everything we need for the keyboard. Yeah, I think I just like had some time off today that I can put everything else together. But after my PC unit comes, I can potentially add more photos, so it become easy to understand, like where to put the gasket and how to assemble things together. But yeah, I think overall it's a not very hard process to do, but just take time. And hopefully people will appreciate that. Cool, so we will finally just do I don't know, it's probably not a good sound typing test. Like what do you expect for U4 Boba? But yeah, let's just spin that up. At least finish everything with a kind of a fake typing test. Yeah, I will just leave this view, or maybe try different. These ones are so bright. Okay, I can type, that's good. How about this angle? Okay, it's not the best because I didn't put everything on the right spot. Okay, so worse. I need to figure out the angle, but yeah, that's probably not too bad now. Yeah, it's flashy because I don't know. The lighting is always hard to understand on this GMMK Pro. Okay, so we built this GMMK Pro with U4 Boba and we swap the stabilizers with Durock stabilizers. And his mod sound. Okay, I probably need to add some bandage. Actually, I may even forget if customer will ask that or not. Yeah, maybe I will just redo the whole board. Okay, yeah, I think I'm just like a little bit rushed to do the build tonight. Let's see what the request is. Yeah, he's not saying he wants band-aid mode. Okay, yeah, that's what happens if you don't do band-aid mode for... They're silent boba. It's very quiet. The only thing you really hear is the mods with stabilizers. But spacebar still really like quiet. Okay, yeah. This is the typing test. And this is the build string for GMMK. I like the black version much more than the silver version. And build quality, I think if you consider making it a silent, you don't really need to buy the $2,000 set 75. Like keep it silent, you can just go this GMMK Pro. So yeah, I think great switch choice by the client, and also great Keycap's choice because empty switch doesn't sound the best. So it's better to put everything together like this one. It looks nice. It feels nice. So not as flexible as other gasket mount board, but definitely better than the tray mount because it provides much consistent typing feeling. So yeah, it turns out to be a good combination for what client wants. The only thing is maybe I should ask clients whether they want the band-aid mode or not before building it, but I think we can work this thing out. At least it didn't really generate a weird sound. As the original stabilizers. At least it's not quite a scratch. Cool, that's all for tonight's stream, and I will wrap up and have a good night and take your finals in a good state. See you next time.